saw on Facebook that my niece, Christina, announced that Kuya Sani passed. I said, oh my God. So I called my sister. She said, oh, totoo ba to? And yes. So I called up Ayeng, Christina, and we spoke. And I said, okay. So the next day, I took off from the meet and greet of the activities prior to the wedding. So I slept, went to my elder sister, which we always do run to her when we have some troubles. So I slept over and spoke to her. And then, of course, I attended the wedding yesterday. And in my mind, I always was thinking about how I remembered Kuya Sani. When I was studying at the De La Salle University at Taft Avenue, taking up BS Psychology, Kuya Sani and my sister Neneng were staying at Grace Park in an apartment with Dino there and Christina. And whenever I go visit them on a weekend, Kuya Sani would always ask me if he was around, kumain ka na ba? Okay. May palalabhan ka ba? Okay. Pakainin ako. I felt a little spoiled. And because Kuya Sani was then very busy businessman, he knows almost all the regional directors, medical regional directors of the Philippines, because he was top supplier of medical equipment, from wheelchair, hospital beds, medicine. He knows everything about hospital supplies. He was the top supplier. And I remember he helped purchase the first emergency ambulance for the city where I come from, Zamboanga City, when my husband was the city councilor. He was instrumental in purchasing the first emergency ambulance, which until now is being used in my town. And I remember Kuya Sani, he was a very generous man. I always see friends coming over, and he would generously treat them good lunch, pulutan, good drink, liquor. Then he will never take anything lower than Jack Daniels. He knows good things in life. He loves nice things in life. He was a rich boy. They own a property in Bambang. They never rented a house or an apartment. They owned it. And I remember Kuya Sani, when I was visiting them, most often over a weekend, he would always tell me, may bagong Levi's dyan na, binilhan kita. He would always buy me updated Levi's, my first bang shirt, because he knows that I was studying in a top school in the Philippines. And then he would always tell me, ito, magandang relo. He was a very generous man, a kind man. He was a Kuya Sani, or we call him Edong. Okay? He loves good food. He knows how to cook. He knows it kung maalat o hindi maalat. My father likes him very much. He was a Tagalog boy in the family. And of course, politics in the Philippines, you know politics in the Philippines. So the business had to a little bit decrease because there are so much politics then. And he came over to the US because he loves his only iha, Christina. There's an option not to come here to stay in the Philippines or to come over. there's always life in the Philippines. But coming over is not very easy to leave 3 boys back home. But because Christina and Richard were still starting up life, and the kids were growing up, Kuya Sani had to be around to help his beloved Christina to start off life in America. And thank you. You have taken very good care of him, giving this great funeral for Kuya Sani. In behalf of my sisters, my brothers who are in the Philippines, and my sister Neneng, and my nephews in Manila, thank you, Richard. Thank you, everyone. Christina, you did it right. You are a very good daughter. And this is my first time, I think, to have to meet my 3 apos here.
Oh.
Okay. Hi. And
That's
I'm
Ninang
Bebot.
Bebot. Yes.
Thank you
That's
very
right.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.